All right, guys, here we are again with another video. The updates are just keep on coming, keep on coming. Like I've mentioned before in the previous videos, I needed to change the tabletop. All right, this idea I got from someone on Pinterest. I was looking for interest. Oh, this is the bracelet my daughter made, by the way. Rocking it with very much pride there. I think it looks good with my tattoos. But yeah. I was on Pinterest because I wanted to, this room is not that big, all right? So I wanted to maximize its use. Before I had this bench all the way over here, this rack system was there, and there was like 2 cars on it and a few boxes down there. But to tell you the truth, this bench is good, but it's kind of small, all right? You can't put this big car on it and, do whatever you want to do. Maybe those little cars you can put, but so I went on Pinterest, and as I'm there scrolling, I saw somebody that had the exact same rack as I did, but this platform right here obviously goes here, 1, 2, and then 3. He had it lowered and put a plywood or some sort of tabletop on it, and it was like a bench, and I was like, whoa. So it was like this, and it had a pegboard right there and some few things hanging, and I was like, well, that is very interesting. So I moved things around, put the shelf or rack over here, just put the bench over there, and my trusty US General toolbox there. And there's still even place for my pressure washer because I use this thing every week, and I don't feel like hauling it in and out of the other storage area that I have, which is smaller and kind of a pain in the ass every time for me to get out. Let me show you guys what I mean. So normally I have the pressure washer. It's in here, like the storage area, and it's always on this here. So I have to remove that. I still have to hang this up for my wife. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, to move and yeah, great, and then move and shit, and then, go outside. But here, I just get it and then I go. All right. So yeah, so this, guys, is the final product here. So I made not only 1, but 2. So I put the original one or the original size back in. This one's the same size. Just it's overlapping a little bit out. All right, so it's like very heavy duty, and the same thing I did here with 2. Okay, very heavy duty too. All right, so now I have enough space here. All right, all these things are gonna go away because here I'm gonna hang also a pegboard. Pretty much where I'm gonna put spare parts and some tools. All right, and that's just something I use every day or for around the house. This right here is very good to have. I mean, you can have your tools, like this is tools that I use for RC and other stuff that I do. Some spare parts and stuff like that. All right, in here I have most of screws that I use around the house, and washers and luck nuts and whatnot. So all this is gonna go away, and here's gonna become this nice pegboard. On here are gonna be 2 gassers, right there, 2 gassers, and 1 gasser over here, and my boat over there. That's pretty much it. I don't feel like having many more cars. I did have many more cars in the past, and it was just a pain in the ass because you become like kind of obsessed on having them all run at the same time and having them all, I don't know. It's ridiculous because you're like putting so much money into it, and it would work on my nerves if I would have to have 4 or 5 cars and one of them or 2 of them don't work. It works on my nerves. So right now I think I'm just gonna keep it at 2 cars, and that will be 3. That's easy to switch around and work around with and stuff. And this boat is almost done. Only thing it needs is a water pump. Everything else is good to go. Changed all the water lines. Receiver box has been restored. So yeah, basically all it needs now is just a water pump to get things going. But everything is in good order. You know, the hull is pretty intact. Given that this boat has some years on it, I think this boat is probably around I don't know, close to 10 years old or older. Not sure, but it's I don't think it's ever been really ran. Maybe a few times, and then it's pretty much has been always in storage. So yeah, and this is pretty much the entertainment area, or where I edit videos, because I am a videographer, so I edit videos for work and whatnot. And that's it. I've always had this bull. It used to be like yellow neon. So when the blue lights were on, it kind of like glow. But then I thought it was, I don't know, look kind of weird. So I just made it all black. And I like it better this way. Here I have my emergency thirst quencher. When I'm feeling the heat, I pour myself a shot, and we're good to go. My daughter made that for me. She many years ago, we saw Ted, and she really liked the part when they said to each other, "We're like Thunder buddies for life." And she's like, "Yeah, you're my Thunder buddy." So she made that for me, and I had to frame it, and I put it up there. This is something very interesting. This is something that the president of my country, right there, that's her signature. We have, first time in history in our country, we have a prime minister that is a female prime minister, and I had the pleasure to work with her for 2 terms. Now the term is finishing, and we'll have to see if she will serve again. I believe so. But she drew this, and she gave it to me, and I thought it was interesting, so I framed it up, and I put it up there. So not many people can say they have a early edition of the president's paintings. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's it, guys. That is it. That is for the update. Oh, this is badass, man. I am a welder. I don't do it much anymore. I don't do it at all, actually, anymore. But I've done it many years back in Europe. And when I was working for a company, I did tests and everything, and I pretty much finished everything cum laude. And I remember the supervisor told me, "Well, listen, if you finish this, tell me what you want." And I said, "Well, I want a helmet, and I want my machine to be customized with my flag," which is right there. This is my flag, guys. I love the U.S. flag as well. I have a lot of respect and admirations for the U.S. culture. Some people even think I'm American because my English, nobody can really pick it up. But no, I'm not American, guys. I'm actually from here. That's a place called Aruba. So they did a custom work for me. But when I came back, I don't live in Europe anymore, and I took it with me as a souvenir. It actually still works. So yeah. Oh, and about these lights, guys, they work awesomely. Look, I'm gonna shut down the all lights in here. It's pretty dark, but as you guys can see, the bench. Hold on, let me see if the lens is open. Yeah, almost to the ending. Then I'm gonna clean the lens. But as you guys can see, just a lot of lights. It's really well lit, and you can really see what you're doing. Basically, before I had 2 lights under each platform, and under the second platform here, I had 2 more lights so you can see what's happening down there, which is really not important anymore, guys. There's still a lot of room down here. If I need something, I'll just pull it out. And most of these things I don't use on a daily anyways, so they can be, you know, pretty much stocked up down there, and I don't have to look at them. And yeah, so this is it, guys. If you've been checking out the videos of me changing the setup, this is not gonna be the final part, because like I said, I still need to do a few things. Like over here, I'm probably gonna hang up this rack where I can put all my DeWalt's how do you say, my drills and compact drills and stuff like that, my hammer drill and stuff like that. I'm just gonna put them here. Yeah, like so. And over here is gonna be, like I mentioned before, it's gonna be the pegboard. All these, I think I'm gonna get from Amazon. Oh, and guys, this is very important. If you have a raw hobby room or anything, you're messing around with fuel, or you're messing around with lipos and charger lipos, always make sure you have a fire extinguisher. Always, because you never know what can happen. In my whole life, I've been messing around with RC since 2005, 2006. Earlier too, but then I was younger. I didn't have a room or anything. But back then I did. And there was one time that there was like a fire because a lipo, it didn't charge properly, and it actually discharged. It started sending smoke and everything. It was crazy. And because I was working back then in the technical world, I've always had like one of these little things, and I had it with me and I put it out. And if I didn't, it would have probably gotten out of hand, because it already started affecting a dressoir that I had next to it, a wooden dressoir that I had next to it, and that would have been end of everything. So always make sure you have a fire extinguisher, guys. It's very great to have one. All right. Everything else up here, like I said before, got my knife here. All right, you guys know what that is, and that's it. All right, so that's the update on the hobby room. I really like it. I like to when I wrench, I like to wrench in peace. For me, when I'm wrenching, that's my me time. I also work out. I do everything else, you know, that you could think of. But I enjoy wrenching. And if you have a nice place where you can wrench and make sure your tools are neatly kept, and when you use your tools, make sure you oil them and put them away and everything, and you will have a nice setup. And for me, that is very important. All right, guys, so that is it. That is the video, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you're not subscribed, come on, guys, you can just subscribe. And if you like content like this, I put all kinds of weird stuff. I like to share other people's videos that I think it's funny. I like to talk about sometimes conspiracy theories. I put things of my hobby. I put things of DIY. I put watches. Man, my channel is all over the place. Maybe that's why the algorithm doesn't like me, because I'm always changing stuff. But I mostly like RC stuff. All right, guys, so take care and peace out.